All right. Hope everyone is doing amazing today. So, when I started this channel, I typically would record my call sessions and I'd go back and I'd break them down, analyze them, cut out a lot of the dead space, and then post that content on here. I'd like for you guys to let me know. Now, today is July 1st. The first of the month, every month, I make a ton of, well, I say a ton. I go through and do my expireds because you're going to get the biggest batch of expireds on the first of the month that you're going to get all month long. So I like to do the first of the month kickoff and see if you can pick up a couple of listings. But what I'd like to do this spring, I kind of went away from making videos for you guys so that you could see them and focused on my business. Well, the last couple of weeks, I've been doing live videos for you guys so y'all could see my process and my workflow and no edits. So you could actually see the raw, unedited version of what I do. And I'd like for you guys to put in the comment section below whether you, especially you that have been with me for quite a while, whether you prefer this way of me doing it or whether you prefer the more short, concise, all of the dead spaces pulled out and edited and cleaned up versions. I'd really like to get some input. Do you want to mix? Do you want me to continue with the lives and just keep things moving? Do you want me to go back to do a few of the edited ones? Which way speaks to you the most? Feedback is always appreciated. Today's July 1st. I have a bunch of expireds that I'm going to call. What I'm going to do is this, though. I want to cut down on the time for these lives so that it's not so long and so maybe monotonous. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a timer on my phone and I will hold myself to a 30-minute time limit, see how many of these I can get through. Now, I've already gone through and made my list. My list is here. So I go through on the first of each month. I pull up my MLS. I show exactly, I look at exactly what's available and I hand pick out all of the ones, the expireds that I am interested in reaching out to. Then I write down the MLS number, the address, the person's name. I get the phone number for that person. Then I have it all written down here and ready to go. So my goal today is to see how many of these I can burn through in 30 minutes with the understanding that I don't rush my conversations. When I'm having conversations with these people, the best thing that you can do is build rapport. It's not about getting through the call, grabbing an email, or necessarily setting an appointment quick and moving on to the next one. You want to build as much rapport as you can at every level here. Because when I show up for that listing appointment, I want to already have the listing. I want them to say, I've already decided this is my guy. It's just a formality, us meeting now. I don't want to set the appointment in such a rushed and hurried way that I still have to work for it. I don't mind working for it when I get there, but if I can already have it in the bag, why not, right? So I'm going to set a timer on my phone. I will pull these listings up one at a time. I will quickly. This is more accurately going to depict the pace because what I've been doing on these lives is I pull up the listing, I kind of talk about each photo, I talk about what the issues were potentially with the last listing agent, what they maybe didn't do well or what I could do better, or where I'm going to take the conversation. I am going to much more quickly with this time limit scan those photos. I might have a little bit of a running dialogue as I'm scanning them, but then we're going to get right into the calls. And so maybe it will cut down some on the dead spaces that I would edit out if I were to edit it, give you guys more action in a shorter amount of time, and it's going to keep this video more manageable. I don't know how long I've been on here, a couple of minutes, but I'm going to set a 30-minute time limit on my phone. I'm gonna give you all a bonus 2 minutes. I'm gonna go 32 minutes on the timer, and then we will see just how much of this I can get done. Again, please comment on what you like and what you want to see on here. What kind of format works best for you? All right, so I have that up. Let me check real quick and make sure you guys are hearing me. You are. All right. Over here. Now, before I call each one of these expireds, I will go through and do a search for the address and just make sure that it didn't get relisted between the time that I made my list and all right, first one did get relisted. Prime example. We don't want to make these calls to people who are already under agreement. All right, second one has not. 185,000 square feet, fully renovated on the inside. I'll scroll through the photos real quick, just get an idea what I'm looking at. Super cute. Sliding barn doors inside, new flooring, new appliances. Photography's not bad. It's still cell phone photography, but it's not done poorly. All right, I can drop these down. Details. We are what, almost 3 acres. That's interesting. 2 lots combined. See deeds. All right, Daniel. Let's see what Daniel has to say.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Good morning, Daniel. My name's Shane. I'm a local real estate agent here in Conway. Saw your property over there on Phillips Hill came off the market. If that's something you're still interested in getting sold, please give me a call. My number is 252-722-4740. Again, 252-722-4740. Thank you much. Talk soon. All right. So what I'm not going to do in trying to pick up the pace is not follow my process. So I'm going to lock this contact in. Daniel, expired, and the address. Save. And by his name, we're going to put VM for voicemail. All right, on to the next one. All right, it did not get relisted since I did the deal. 250K, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, almost 3,000 square feet on almost 3/4 of an acre, built in 1885. An amazing home. It's like they've been trying to sell it for 183 days. All right. Photography was good. Let's scan through just real quick, take a look at a couple of the photos. Had some drone photography. Inside photography was good. However, the photographer, whoever did the photos, and I believe it was a professional, but it was a professional that really, really liked color. So a lot of these rooms are almost cartoony looking. There's so much color pumped into it in post. To me, it's a little off-putting to have that much vibrance brought into it. But I digress here. I said I wasn't going to do this, talking on them endlessly. So let's call Mary.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 60 available. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Good morning, Mary. My name's Shane. I'm a local real estate agent here in Hamilton, and I saw your property on Front Street came off the market last night. If that's something you guys are still interested in getting sold, I'd love to chat with you about it. My number is 252-722-4740. Again, that's 252-722-4740. Hope you have a fantastic day, and we'll talk soon. All right, so now we're going to add to contacts. And I know this is burning into you guys' time a little bit, but if these people call you back, this is something that you can do when you're making calls. Lock their number in as soon as you make the call. Whether you talk to them, don't talk to them, whatever, doesn't matter. Lock their name, what type of call it was, in this case expired. So I've got Mary, and then I've got expired, and then I have the street name. All of this is locked in as the contact name. By doing that, if Mary calls me back, whether it's today, tomorrow, next week, next month, I will know exactly what kind of call it is as soon as I look down at my phone and see the caller ID. That is going to improve your conversion rate drastically just by doing that one thing. Because when they call you, you don't have to go into 20 questions. In most cases, you're burning through a list of contacts. You're not locking them into your phone. And when they call you back, they say, hey, you called me yesterday. And you go, crap. In the back of your mind, you go, well, I tried to call 100 people yesterday. I don't know who this is, right? Or they'll say like their first name. Hey, this is Mary. You called me yesterday. And you have to ask them, well, I was calling some people yesterday. I'm a real estate agent. Did you have a home that you were trying to sell? Are you for sale by owner? Like that, you have to get into these questions, which then makes them feel like just another number rather than important. Versus you lock them in as a contact. It takes you 5 seconds to lock them in as a contact. But then what happens? When they call you, I can answer the phone. Hey, Mary, how's your day going? Now, they might try to test you at this point and go, going fine. You called me? Yep. I saw you at a property that expired off the market yesterday over there on Front Street. Just wanted to check in and see, is that something you guys are still trying to sell? What's going on with that? Like, you can just slide right into your rhythm without all of the questions and all of the craziness. All right, so we've got that one handled. Let me check real quick and see. And guys, I am back and forth monitoring the stream as well. So if you have questions or something I say, you're like, why'd you say that? Why are you doing this way? Put it in the chat. I don't mind stopping. I'll put an extra minute or two on the timer if I need to answer questions. So feel free. Well, let's go to the next one. Next one's a commercial property. Didn't get relisted. Like a doctor's office. 6,000 square feet, listed for $449 on 0.6 acres. 459 days in the market. Hadn't been able to sell it. Get a quick look on the map and see. Okay. All right. Let's check real quick and see photos. Obviously, it's a doctor's office. And it looks like any other doctor's office. It has exam rooms, has offices. Just a doctor's office. Easy day. All right, back to details. Charles. Let's see what Charles has to say. We're already 10 minutes into this. We've already burned up 12 minutes. That is how easy it is to burn up time.
Hello, this is Charles. Leave your message and I'll try to get back with you as soon as I can. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Hey, Charles, my name is Shane Noblin. I'm a local real estate agent here out of Ahoskie. I noticed your office over on Colony Avenue came off the market last night. If that's something you're still interested in getting sold, I'd love to chat with you about it. My number is 252-722-4740. Again, 252-722-4740. Hope you're having a fantastic day, and we will talk soon. All right. And contacts, again, trying to streamline this and make it as fast as possible. All right. Let's go to the next one. So the next one is a historic home that I actually showed while it was listed with the last agent. Didn't get relisted. So I've been in this home. Photos. Let's see. I'll scan through these real quick. All cell phone photography. Nice house. Goes on and on and on. It is a huge home. All right. Seeing what I need on the photos. It's cell phone photography, which is par for the course. This home was built in 1890. It's 4,850 heated square feet, so it is a huge house. Okay, I think I have everything I need. We're going to be asking for Holly.
person you have called is not available. Please leave a message after the tone.
Good morning, Holly. My name is Shane Noblin. I'm a local real estate agent out of Ahoskie. I saw your property over there on King Street. Came off the market last night. I'm actually one of the agents that had buyers that were interested in it, and I showed it. This is probably 2 months ago now, maybe 3 months ago. But they ended up going a different route. They went with one out of Edenton. But I saw this one came off the market. And if it's something that you're still interested in getting sold, I'd love to chat with you about it. My number is 252-722-4740. Again, 252-722-4740. Happy to chat with you and kind of go over what I would do to potentially get it sold this time around. But yeah, we'll talk soon. You have a fantastic day. All right, add to contacts. It's okay if people don't answer the phone. They're looking down at their phone and they're seeing a number that they don't recognize. Holly. Fired. So they look down, they see a number they don't recognize. So you want to, your voicemail needs to be something that's going to engage them in a way that they want to reach out to you. I showed this house. True story. So I'm going to do everything I can to, show them that or convince them to call me back. All right, so we're going to go right into the next one. Let me look and see if there were any questions. Paulie, how you doing, brother? Vinny Lee. Okay. What is going on, guys? All right. So if you're just joining us, I am attempting to get as many of these in as I can in 32 minutes. We have 15 minutes left on the countdown, and I am, four voicemails in. So we're going to jump right into this next one. Let's see. Looking to see if this one got relisted. So this one did get relisted. It's actually a bit of a shame. My midpoint in my market is 275 to 300. This one was listed for 1.6. The first go around, it looks like they knocked 51K off of it. It is now 1.549. And going with the same agent. But this agent went and did it as a new listing. Got all new photos. Good. Not hating that. Maybe they will have success this time around. So we're going to move right into the next one. All right. Next one went active again. Same agent. All right, now the next one. All right, the next one did not relist. Let's see what we have here. All right, 488,000, 2,850 square feet, built in 1924. 437 days on the market. Now, it was listed once before. I think it's a different agent. Let's look and see. So it was listed, it expired. It was listed again. Now it's expired. Let's see. It's a different agent. The first listing was 590K. Second listing was 488. It looks like they were consecutive. So let's go back to today's listing. All right. Photography. We're just going to scan through here quickly. Obviously not a professional photographer, but not bad photos. Somebody knew what they were doing with their phone. Not bad. Any drone work? No drone work. Okay. Details. Go back over here real quick. All right, guys. This back up here. Let's see what Lewis has to say.
Hello.
Hey, is this Miss Cuthwell?
It is.
My name is
Can I help
Shane. Yeah, my name's Shane Nalbert. I'm a local real estate agent. How you doing today?
I'm doing well. I hope you are.
Yes, ma'am, I am. I saw this amazing home on Market Street came off the market, and it looks like it didn't sell. Are you guys still trying to get that sold, or what's the game plan moving forward?
We're gonna turn it into an Airbnb unless somebody makes us an offer.
I got you.
For us?
I don't have an offer for you, but I have a lot of success on getting these things sold, especially the ones that other agents aren't successful at. Are you guys considering getting it back on the market while you prepare it?
We have it prepared. It is completely redone.
It is
So
ready
there's
to go,
nothing
huh?
else to do to it.
Gotcha. Now I know there's a process with Airbnb where they have to do some things to, I don't know what the word for it would be, to authorize it for their system.
Right. Well, we already have a property manager
Nice.
that's doing all of that.
Gotcha.
So I don't have to take care of any of that. She
Yeah.
will handle it.
There you go. Now, property manager, does that mean you guys have a bunch of different properties?
We do.
Oh,
But we
okay.
don't Airbnb it. They're just private properties.
Gotcha. So they're like rentals.
No, they're not rentals.
Oh.
They're just private homes.
Gotcha. Okay. Are you a collector?
Yes, a collector of all things.
That's right.
Children, homes,
Right,
dogs,
right.
bowls,
Dogs, cats, everything. That's
dogs,
it.
cats, everything. You need a home. You're hungry. We'll feed you.
Right. Yeah. I tell you, I do bonsai trees, and my wife got my first one about 10 years ago, and now I have 150 in the front yard. It's almost a sickness, the collecting thing.
We got the same problem with houses.
That's right. Well, I know you didn't have a lot of success on getting this one sold, but we are coming into a great time in the market. Is there anything else other than this one that you're going to Airbnb that you have any interest in getting up on the market, maybe off your plate?
No, what is it that you could do for me that this other agent and the one before I had could not do?
Well, I'm part of eXp Realty, and so we are the third largest brokerage in the world, and a lot of my marketing gets pushed to other areas. So what most agents do when they list homes is they put it on the MLS, they might splash it on their social media, like their Facebook page and TikTok and whatever, but then they kind of wait for the universe to bring them a buyer. I push my marketing to my agents that are in other areas, and about 30% of my listings each year sell to people that are moving here from other places. And the way it typically goes is like this. If I've got an agent in, let's say, upstate New York that's selling a home for their client, and that client says, I want to move to the Carolinas. I'm not sure where, but I want to move to the Carolinas once this house sells. Well, they push these listings. Mine would be one included in there because I purposely get them in front of the other agents in my brokerage in those areas. And a lot of times the listing will bring them here because, like, in a case like this, if you're not from here, Washington, North Carolina is not a place you're going to search up. Nobody knows about it other than people that live around here. So the home is what brings them here, not necessarily a search. Because if they're going to search places like Raleigh or Charlotte or maybe Outer Banks. They're not going to search Beaufort County. You know what I mean? So
right, our buyer is definitely not in Eastern North Carolina. They're going to need to come from somewhere else.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's the people that have looked at it have been from somewhere else.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's a big part of what I do. I also do a lot of this. I do a lot of outreach. Agents these days are afraid to pick up the phone and call people. I actually kind of enjoy it because I get to meet all kinds of people, and the worst thing that could happen is someone hang up on me, and ultimately,
or they tell you no.
Right. So it's not that big a deal to reach out and make these connections, and a lot of times in making these connections, I find people that have, a cousin that wants to move closer to them that mentioned something about it at like a Christmas party last year. They're not really looking for a property necessarily, but once they hear about it, it's like off-market buyers, I call them.
I love that.
Yeah, so I try to think outside of the box to get these things sold.
Sure. And what's your success rate in doing so on properties? Because we've had it with 2 agents, started February of 2025.
Okay.
And it just came off the market yesterday.
All right. So I'm going to make an excuse for the other agents in one respect, and that is 2025 is going to go down in history as a harder year to sell homes than even the great crash in 2008, where things just went terrible and the market collapsed on itself. We sold fewer homes in 2025 than we did in 2008, which is crazy to think, but there's a silver lining to that statistic, and that is in 2008, property values were crashing and foreclosures were off the chart high because everybody was upside down on their mortgage. Now, 2025, we did not have that problem. We did sell way fewer homes because we went from 2.75% interest rates all the way up to around 8% interest rates in a very short amount of time. And it shut down the market. But what it didn't do is it didn't hurt property values because we still have record low inventory. And we've had it since COVID hit. We've had record low inventory. So every year we hit property value highs. We break the record from the year before, which we hadn't done in a very long time before that. So we didn't lose any value, but we did sell way fewer homes. And we had more homes fall out from under contract. So it went under contract with the buyer, and then they walked away from the process in 2025 than we've had in recorded history. So it was a very hard time to sell houses. And while that's something that I talk to people a lot about, the market is cyclical. So we have like 2020, 2021, 2022, we were selling everything. All you had to do was put a cereal box in the front yard with for sale on it, and it was under contract that day. It was ridiculous how fast it sold. The end of 22 through the beginning of this year, everything just slowed down to a complete crawl. So we were in a very big downturn market, but every indicator is that we are now in the other end of that, and we're on the upswing. I've had the busiest spring that I've had since 21, and a great success rate. Now, I, just like many agents, have had properties that go under contract and then they fall out from under contract, but there's things that we can do. Let me ask you, did this ever, I'm assuming it never went under contract in those.
We never had an offer. The first agent for over 6 months, I think she had the contract, or maybe it was just that 6 months. She could not get anyone in the house.
Oh, wow. Okay.
She did not have any showings, and she did one broker open house.
Okay.
She was horrible, and she was like, "You put it on the MLS, and they come to you." I was like, "In past times, yes." And
I just got done saying that. Am I a mind reader?
At $709,000, which is what you're telling me that's what you recommended we listed at. That's what we listed at. That's what the banks would pay for the house,
Right.
and somebody could get a mortgage.
Okay.
And we listened to everything and nothing that she did worked, because all she did was type it in, put it in the MLS, and she was done.
Unfortunately, that's how agents are trained. I mean, it
Right.
really is unfortunate that it's that way, but like their primary goal is to get you to sign with them, and then after that, they kind of wash their hands on it. They move on to other things, and if it sells, it sells. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Correct. That's what she did.
Now,
It was horrible. The next one tried a little harder, but not as hard as I had anticipated. I said, I need you to do things to bring attention to the home, because our buyer's not in Eastern North Carolina.
now you were getting, okay, let me rephrase that. Were you getting the weekly report that showed how many people looked at the property, what states and
not.
countries they were looking? That's all. That all can get set up automatically within the MLS, and we're all on the same MLS, so that you get that report every week. And the cool thing about that, I've got a property in Elizabeth City right now that I have listed, and I have people looking at it from Guam. And every week, my client gets a report through the MLS that shows how many people looked at the property, how many people saved the property, exactly what site it was. It has all the sites broke down: Zillow, Realtor.com, Trulia, the MLS, Land.com, whatever. It has all the different sites broke down, and then the cities, the 10 top cities of where these looks are coming from. And a lot of times that is really an eye opener. Number one, because you don't have to wonder what's going on. Right? You're actually seeing that your property's getting looked at X amount of times this week, X amount of saves, all that stuff. So it gives you that.
I got that report once or twice from the first agent, but all it was is local people being nosy is all that was.
Yeah, unfortunately, you got to do more. And then once you get them under contract, you have to do the things necessary to make sure that they stay under contract. So
Correct.
You're aware of the difference between due diligence and earnest money deposits,
Correct.
right?
And North Carolina has a horrible due diligence policy.
Well, the great thing about due diligence, though, if you get a due diligence deposit, that's non-refundable.
Correct. And that's what it is. And that's a horrible thing to be the buyer.
Oh, yes, to be the buyer, it is. It is horrible. Yeah. But on the selling side, we like due diligence because it locks them in. The more skin in the game is good. And in a market where you're having a lot of people that go under contract and then fall out, you want to do everything you can to make sure that they stay under contract, which is why I asked you, did you go under contract at any point during that time?
We didn't get an offer at all with the second agent. And the first one, like I said, did not produce any showings.
Right. Well, that's a shame.
It is a shame because it's a fantastic house. I love the house.
Well, I'm looking through photos.
I would rather sell it than to put it on an Airbnb because I just do not have time to deal with people and their shenanigans. There's a crumb of dirt on the floor, or
right.
There was a spot on the refrigerator door, and I just can't overlook it. It must be dirty. I don't have time for crappy, pity people. I have 2 children, and if I have a spot on my refrigerator, that is the least of my concerns. Yeah.
No, I completely agree. Well, is there a time that I can meet you guys out there and take a look at the place and we can talk a little bit?
Absolutely. My husband is out right now.
Okay.
But can I get your name and number and call you back?
Yeah, let's do this. Do you have a good email address? I'll send you over my resume, and you can kind of get familiar with me because I reached out to you. You don't know me from Adam, and you can look at my Zillow reviews and all that stuff and read up on me a little bit.
That sounds perfect.
Okay. What's a good email for you?
Let me know text me when you send that email, because I get 900 of them.
Oh,
and
I bet.
Sometimes they go to spam or junk, and I just empty my junk and spam folders. I don't even look through those.
I was actually going to tell you, if you didn't see it in 5 minutes, to look in your spam folder, because sometimes it does drop in there.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm ready when you are.
It's make believe.
My name's Shane Noblin.
And where are you out of?
I'm out of Edenton.
You're out of Edenton. Oh, I love Edenton.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. And I've got one. So I have an A-frame listed out there in Washington. It is on, let me see here. It is on Clark's Neck Road, waterfront home out there by the campground.
Okay.
So pretty cool. Do you have any questions for me?
Once we meet and everything,
yes, ma'am.
About price, I'm not pleased with the price that we had lowered our house to.
Yep.
And I want it back up in the 700s.
Okay.
Is that going to mean we need to wait a year or two to list it for that, or?
No, it doesn't. The question will come up: why did the price get lowered? And you very well may end up with an offer closer to this price than to the 700, because any buyer's agent worth their salt is going to look at the history of the home, even if it's a couple of years old. You know the history. Right. They're still going to come back with those questions. And, well, if you were willing to take this for it then, why aren't you willing to take it for it now? But because
I was doing what my agent advised me, which was ill-advised advice.
Right.
And when the contract was up yesterday, I was thrilled.
You have the ability to get out of that contract at any point, right?
You don't. They don't want to release you. And the one that I had before, I told her that if anybody called for showings, that the house was not available.
I tell you?
What do you mean? I said, your broker in charge won't let me out of my contract, and I'm not letting anybody else in the house.
Can I tell you one of my secret superpowers?
What's that?
Every one of my listings, I give you a signed, ready-to-go termination page. I've already signed it. All the stuff is filled out on it. At any point, if you want to just go a different direction, you're not happy, whatever, all you have to do is sign where your name is at the bottom and send it over to me, and it comes off the market with no fuss.
You're kidding.
No, ma'am.
That's fantastic.
I absolutely believe that this is something that you and I have to be on the same page. And if we're not on the same page, that's okay, because this is business. It's not personal. Too many people take it personally.
Right.
So,
I said, like you told me earlier, you called me and I don't know you.
Exactly. So when we get off here, I'm going to send you over my resume so that you can get familiar with me a little bit. When hubby gets back in, or when you guys work out your schedule or whatever, just shoot me a call back. If I don't hear from you in a week or so, I might reach back out just to kind of touch base and see how you're doing, and if we can set something up. And then I'm looking forward to meeting you.
How realistic do you think it would be for you to list it and get it sold? What do you think your time frame could be?
My crystal ball is broken.
Sure.
Anybody that tells you a specific number, I know that there's going to be the challenge of raising the price after the price had been lowered.
Correct.
And that is going to create some resistance. But the people that I'm marketing to, like if I'm marketing to people in upstate New York, they're selling homes up there for way more money. Sure. Like they're getting a lot more money for their home, whereas down here you get a lot more home for your money.
Right.
So it's hard to tell. We are in the selling season right now, so that's great. And gas prices are coming down. I expect interest rates are going to start coming down here shortly as well. As we get closer to midterms, there's absolutely going to be some political pressure to get interest rates down, to make people happy, and that kind of thing, which is great for me.
Right.
Lower interest rates means things are moving faster. So All good stuff, and it all speaks positively to where things are going. So I don't know if that necessarily answered your question.
Well, I'm just saying, in the next 6 months, do you think it would move, or do you think that you'd want it to stay off the market for more than 45 days or 60 days? And
I wouldn't. Yeah, no, I wouldn't want it to stay off the market. And the only reason is we're at the tail end of spring now, which is our busiest time, and we're coming into our summer selling season. We still sell homes through the fall and the winter and whatever, just not at the same rate. And so I wouldn't want to miss any time of the prime market to let it sit for really no other reason than to just kind of reset things.
Okay, so when my husband gets back, you would be interested in listing it relatively soon, meet with us, and get it back on the market. Because we haven't even signed a contract with this property manager to do the Airbnb. We don't have the washers and dryers. Like, this is just something we own the house and it's sitting empty.
Yeah.
You know what happens to houses that sit empty.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, I am perfectly capable. I do all my own photography. I've got a drone. I've got my pilot's license to fly it commercially. I have a $4,500 camera lens tripod combo that I come in. I do all my own photography with, and it really gives me that flexibility to do it on your schedule.
Okay.
So whatever you guys need, I'm wide open.
All right. Well, I really appreciate you calling today and taking the chance on getting to know, but
absolutely.
I'm interested in my husband talking with you and us meeting and at least going over the idea, because I really don't want to collect properties.
No, it really is a pain in the butt. Being a landlord or anything to do with property, it can be very rewarding, but at the same time, it's another full-time job. And if you're not looking for another full-time job, you're about to have one.
Right. And like I said earlier, I have 2 littles, and
right.
They're what's most important
out
of my day. And like I said, somebody that has a dirty spot on the refrigerator door is not my top priority.
That's right. All right. Well, it's Olivia, right?
It is, correct.
Super nice talking with you today, Olivia. You will see my email in your inbox in the next 5. If you don't, it dropped into your spam folder. I'll text you when I send it, though, just so that you have an alert that it's there somewhere. And then I'm looking forward to chatting with you and Lewis.
All right, and this is your cell number.
It is, ma'am. Yep.
Perfect. All right. Well, Mr. Moblin, I do appreciate your time. And again, I do thank you for calling. I'm interested. Let me talk with Lewis. I'll call you back and we'll try to schedule something.
Sounds good, ma'am. You have a fantastic afternoon.
Thank you. You too.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, guys, during that call, my timer went off saying that my 30 minutes was up. In this case, 32 minutes. That was several minutes ago, so we're probably at the 40-minute mark. But what a great call. Not real happy that we're going to be raising the price on a listing after it had sat for 200 days at $488. It's going to make it challenging to get it sold. And I'm going to, on our listing appointment, I'm going to strenuously counsel them against that to the best of my ability. But if they want to list it for the hell, $1 million, I don't care about overpriced listings. Listings breed more listings, so it doesn't matter. But a great call to end the session on. I'm glad I actually got a person on the line so that we could get it in this live stream. Mr. Strong, what's going on, brother? Good to see you, man. I appreciate you reaching out to me. Now, this has probably been a while ago now that you reached out. Where are you? But I appreciate that. Just absolutely knocking them dead over here with busyness this spring. But wanted to get back on here and make these calls. Wanted you guys to see how easy it is to connect with people and how easy it is to pick these things up. That is my listing. I have zero doubt about it. I've already sealed that one, and I sealed it with her wanting to get out of the last contract. I think this is where I got her. She wanted to get out of the last contract, and the broker would not let her terminate. Why would you want to hold someone into a contract just to be contrary? Right? And when I told her that I provide you with a termination page with every one of my listings, you get a termination page so that you can terminate at will. No muss, no fuss. That shows you that I'm about this being business. That's really what matters. Nothing else matters. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I enjoy making these things. This one is going to be super easy. I'm going to send her an email here in just a moment. I'm also going to add her to my database so that she can get my weekly market update. If you guys aren't doing a weekly market update, start doing one. I use Constant Contacts. You use whatever you want to use. There's MailChimp and there's a bunch of different ones, but use whatever you want to use. But start putting these things out. Add these people to it. Every week they'll see that drop in their inbox. Doesn't matter if they open it or don't open it. They see it, they think about you, right? She's going to get my resume as soon as I end this live, which is here in just a minute or two. And that's my listing. When I told her that I give a termination page with all my listing agreements, I could hear it in her voice. It's over. So let me know in the chat, comment, whatever. Let me know if you like this format better or if you like what I used to do. Some of you guys, some of my originals, I think Joey is like, I'm your first sub, which is very cool. Mr. Strong, I've had Mr. Strong on here making calls. All of you guys have been, tuning in the whole time I've been doing this, and I don't mind doing the lives, and you can actually see it as it's happening, and I can't edit out any bad calls. Now, I don't get a lot of bad calls, and it just comes down to the approach, the way that you approach people, and your value add. But every once in a while I'll get one, and if I continue doing these lives, you guys might catch someone, cussing me out. Who knows? But hope you guys enjoy the video. I enjoy you guys coming on here and watching. I hope you're getting something out of it, and I will see you on the next one.